All right, friends, we don't want to think about it, but winter is fast approaching. So we're going to talk about the best winter driving along with key insights on tires. Why are they important? When do you need to change them? And what are the key differences between all-season and winter tires? We welcome professional race car driver and Michelin driving expert Carl Nadeau. Bonjour, how are you, Carl? Good to see you.
Oh, bonjour. Pleasure.
Okay, that's about the extent of my French. Je peux parler un petit de français parce que j'ai étudié dans l'école. That's it. That's all I got. Good to see you.
It's really good.
So let's talk about the importance of winter tires and when should we change them?
Well, a lot of people think it goes according to snow. So if there's 2 foot of snow on the ground, they think it's time to install winter tires. Well, in fact, it's really about temperature. So once the temperature is around freezing point, that's where you have to put winter tires on, because the all season, unfortunately, the rubber compound hardens. So the tires slowly turn into hockey pucks with bad weather or cold weather, should I say.
Right. Some people say, listen, it's called all season tires. I'm fine. What is the difference and why do we need that? Because, listen, in LA, all season means something very different than Toronto, or Toronto versus Calgary, or Calgary versus Vancouver, right?
It should be called pretty good in all season condition. All season are okay in mild winter conditions. So a little bit of snow, ice, like I said, water on the ground, it's all good. But unfortunately, past 0 degrees Celsius and lower, since the rubber compound hardens, the tire loses all its capacity. So even if it's beautiful outside, you wake up in the morning, minus 20, beautiful asphalt everywhere, you think you're safe. In fact, you're not.
Yeah, we've all been there. It's the worst feeling when you're like, please make these brakes and make my tires, the traction work, because it's a matter of inches before you hit something if you're sliding, and that's when it's crucial. So how do we know if our tires are too old or if they're worn out? Is it just visually, like, is it an easy thing to look at? Is there a test we could do? How do we know?
It's hard because we're not specialists. So I'd rather rely on the tire specialist who's going to look at the tire. Of course, we can do a test with a quarter. And if you see the complete head of the queen on the 25 cents, well, it gives you a rough idea that your tire have too much wear. But in fact, all products are not created equal. And a lot of product, unfortunately, the performance doesn't last. So it might be good for the first winter, and then it decreases rapidly. So I'd rather show my tire to my specialist, and especially during the change of season, people are going to take off the all season. So might as well ask your specialist to look at it and tell you if it's going to be good for another season. So if you have to discard them, you do it right away. But the tires are really different. And usually it's easy to accelerate, especially with an all-wheel drive car. But it's really hard to brake and turn. And that's where accidents happen.
Yeah, that's great advice. I know technology has come a long way when it comes to traction and how well we can drive on those icy, snowy roads. So you have something called the Michelin X Ice Snow Tire. So what is that? What have they done?
Big difference with any other product on the market. First of all, the rubber compound is extremely different. With the Flex Ice 2.0, the tire stays flexible even at minus 30, minus 40 Celsius. So it makes a huge difference. There's also sites in winter tires, the little cuts that you see in the tire. They're made to increase the grip and take away the water that's on the road, basically, and make sure it doesn't interfere with grip. So they worked a lot on it. Directional tread. So if you see the grooves here, the gaps, they get wider to the outside of the tire. What it does is every sludge, ice, snow, it's easy to evacuate them and get the maximum grip with the tire. So there's a lot of big differences with silica now in the rubber compound. The tire lasts 60,000 kilometers. So it's at least a winter more than anything else on the market. So right now you don't have to choose between a good tire on ice or snow, good on asphalt or something else. The tire can perform and last, and the performance is going to last also.
Carl, can I please have those retrofitted, those tires for the bottom of my shoes? Will that mean I will no longer slip and fall in the winter, summer, fall, spring months?
Can I have those? Tires are like shoes. You are right about that. Sandals are for summer. It's the same with the tires. So it's time right now to install winter tires on.
Okay, thank you. For more information on those winter tires and driving tips, head to Michelin Michelin.ca. Stay safe, drive safe, and thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you very much.
Take